I didn't hear him come in. That's what I kept replaying in my head later. Not the moment he saw me. Not what I said. Just that one thing. I didn't hear him come in. Because if I had, none of this would have happened like it did. Or at least, that's what I told myself. The truth was, it would have happened eventually. Just not like this. Not all at once. Not in a way I couldn't take back. That afternoon was supposed to be simple. Daniel had texted me that morning. Working late today. That mattered, more than anything else. Because it meant I had time. Time to control everything. Time to make sure nothing overlapped. Time to keep things separate. That's how I thought about it. Separate. Like I had two versions of my life. And as long as they didn't touch, everything would be fine. It sounds stupid now. But at the time, it made sense. His name was Evan. And it didn't start the way people think. It wasn't sudden. It wasn't reckless. It was slow. Careful. Easy to justify. We worked together. Not closely. Just enough to talk. Just enough to notice each other. And then one day, we started talking more. And then more than that. And then it became something I didn't want to name. Because naming it would have made it real. And if it was real, I would have had to stop. But I didn't stop. Because it felt contained. Controlled. Like something I could step in and out of. Like it didn't touch the rest of my life. I was wrong. That afternoon, I let him come over. Something I hadn't done before. That was the first mistake. Because my house was supposed to be off limits. A line I told myself I wouldn't cross. But I did. Because I thought I had time. Because I thought I was safe. Because Daniel wasn't supposed to be home. We kept things quiet. Careful. Like that somehow made it better. Like that somehow meant we weren't really doing anything wrong. I remember laughing at something Evan said. Soft. Trying not to be too loud. And that's when I heard it. A sound. Faint. So faint I almost ignored it. The front door. Closing. My entire body froze. Did you hear that? I whispered. Evan frowned. Hear what? My heart started pounding. Because I knew that sound. I had heard it 1,000 times. The way the door clicked. The way it settled. It wasn't something you could mistake. Someone's here, I said. And the moment the words left my mouth, I knew who it was. There was no other option. Daniel. He said he'd be working late, Evan said. I shook my head. I know. But that didn't matter anymore. Because he was here. And we weren't supposed to overlap. Not like this. Not ever. Go, I said quickly. Where? I don't know, just go. Panic was setting in now. Fast. Too fast to think clearly. Evan grabbed his things, moved toward the back door. And that's when it happened. A voice. From the hallway. Who's here? Everything stopped. Because there was no pretending now. No hiding. No fixing it. Daniel had heard us. Maybe not everything. But enough. Enough to know something was wrong. Evan froze. I froze. And for a second, no one moved. Then Daniel stepped into the doorway. And everything became real. His eyes moved from me. To Evan. And then back to me. No confusion. No hesitation. Just understanding. And that was worse. Because it meant he didn't need an explanation. What is this? He asked. His voice calm. Too calm. My mouth opened. But nothing came out. Because there was nothing I could say that would make this make sense. Evan stepped back slightly. like he already knew he didn't belong there. "I can explain," I said. But even as I said it, I knew how pointless it sounded. Daniel let out a slow breath. "I'm sure you can," he said. And something about the way he said it, not angry, just done, made it worse. "Get out," he said. I didn't know if he meant me or Evan, but Evan didn't wait to find out. He left, quick, silent, like he had never been there. And just like that, it was just me and Daniel, standing in the middle of something I couldn't undo. "How long?" he asked, his voice steady. "A few months," I said. The truth, because lying now didn't matter. Daniel nodded slowly, like he had already expected it. Like this wasn't a shock, just confirmation. "I told you I was working late," he said. "I know. My meeting got canceled. That was it. That was the reason. The one thing I couldn't control. I came home," he continued, "and I heard voices." Silence. "And now we're here." That was it. That was all it took. No dramatic buildup, no complicated chain of events, just one moment, one overlap, one mistake. "I didn't plan for this," I said. And the second I said it, I realized how bad that sounded. Because it wasn't a denial. It was just an explanation of logistics. Daniel shook his head slightly. "That's the problem," he said. "You planned everything else." That hit harder than anything else, because he was right. This wasn't an accident. This wasn't a one-time mistake. This was something I had built, piece by piece, and it had finally collapsed. "I don't think I can fix this," he said. And just like that, it was over. Not loudly, not dramatically. Just clearly. That night he didn't leave. I did, because he asked me to. And for the first time, I didn't argue. I packed a bag. Not much. Just enough. And when I walked out, he didn't stop me, didn't say anything, didn't even look at me. And somehow, that hurt more than anything else. The next few days were quiet. No messages, no calls, just silence. And in that silence, everything felt heavier, more real. Because there was nothing left to distract me from it. Evan texted once. "Are you okay?" I stared at it. And for the first time, I saw it differently. Not something exciting. Not something worth risking everything for. Just something temporary. Something easy. Something that wasn't real. I didn't respond. A week later, Daniel called. "Can you come by?" he asked, his voice calm, neutral. I knew what that meant. When I got there, the house felt different, quieter, like something had already ended. Daniel was sitting at the table, papers in front of him. "I don't think there's a way back from this," he said. No hesitation, no emotion, just truth. "I understand," I said. Because I did. Because I knew if it were the other way around, I wouldn't be able to either. We didn't argue, didn't fight. There was nothing left to fight for. We just ended. And in the end, that's what stayed with me. Not the moment he walked in, not the look on his face, but the one thing I got wrong. The one thing I thought I controlled. Because I didn't think it would overlap. I didn't think it would happen like that. I thought I had time. I thought the house was empty. I was wrong.